Hello guys, my name is Bachura, and today I want to tell you about 20 Limbus facts that you probably know about, but if you don't, then I think it will blow your mind. These facts will be useless as well as useful, and I hope I'll tell you at least about one thing that you didn't know about. So let's begin. This chain ball thing can turn yellow in 3 possible ways, and as you know, if it turns yellow, you're getting 3-star identity or an Ego. So the first way is when you roll and the glow is already yellow, second way is when the glow is red at first, but after you click it turns yellow, and the third way is when it turns yellow the moment you press it to claim your rewards. I love this mechanic because it leaves you hopeful until the very end, unlike in other gachas when you already know if you got a good character or not, because these rolls just show you if you got it or not. Ego and 3-star identities have different sprites in the gacha. As you can see, Ego is much more brighter than a 3-star identity. You can speed up Ego animations by holding your mouse button or touchscreen. I know that veteran players know this, but I hope that new players will also watch this video and learn this very important thing, because it saves so much time, it's insane. Ego has different animations for heads and tails. For example, in Blind Obsession, the heads animation has this bright lightning and these fluorescent lamps are much more brighter than in tails animation, as you can see. Every Ego, including Zion starting Egos, has these differences, and this also applies to corrosions. After you uptie Ego to level 3, it receives a background of its corresponding abnormality when used. Also, some of Egos still don't have an associated abnormality fight, so their background appear only when you use these specific Egos and nowhere else in the game. So next time you'll see a new event or Walpurgisnacht Ego, bear in mind that aside from these cuddly animations, artists had to make an entire new background just for this one Ego. As for me, it's insane level of work and passion, and for that I love Project Moon. By holding your mouse on a 3-star identity in your home page, you can rewatch its identity acquisition animation.
역시 세상에서 제일 즐거운 건 쇼핑할 때라니까. 자, 또 뭐 먹으러 갈래?
When you're selecting a canto, the map shows mini version of location you're choosing. This one is cool. You can finish Hard Mirror Dungeon before weekly reset, but not claim the rewards. Then after the weekly reset happens, you go to your finished Hard Mirror Dungeon and claim the rewards with the reset bonus. The most practical use of this trick is when Project Moon changes Mirror Dungeon versions, and you have only 2 or 3 hours before maintenance, and for some people it happens at night, and if you want that additional 750 lunacy, you need to grind Hard Mirror Dungeon at night, so it's not very healthy. But with this method you can claim the rewards instantly and not fuck up your sleep schedule. You can find additional details in menu backgrounds by setting your game to windowed mode and making this window a square. For example, in the main menu there is a notepad with the first page of your manager's guide, which you can see when the game updates. Here are other screens, feel free to pause. Sinners have different reactions to choice events depending on their success rate. If the odds are in their favor, they will say something like "leave this to me, manager." If the odds are bad, they'll try to persuade you not to choose them, except for Don and Ryoshu. You can equip up to 10 announcers. If I remember correctly, you could do 5 announcers, but now it's 10. I don't recommend to do it though, because you'll have 10 people yelling at you and your ears will bleed, I think. If you are struggling to hover your mouse over a status effect to read it, you can click on the character with the status effect and then on the status effect in this menu, which opens another menu in which you can read it without distractions. Or you can do it like that. Also, if a skill description scrolls too fast, you can click on it to read it at your own pace. While in this menu you can check how much damage is needed to stagger an enemy. So you probably already know that some abnormality parts can be destroyed forever, or they can't, and they'll just heal up to full HP once you get them to 0 HP. I suppose not everyone gives it too much attention, and usually if you just want to do damage, you just hit a body part that is not body. But did you know that you can actually check the destructibility of abnormalities body parts? It shows here, and I'll make a small guide to each keyword because I didn't really saw anyone talking about this. So the body parts can be severable, unseverable, destructible and indestructible. They are mostly combined with each other, so body part can be severable and destructible or unseverable and indestructible. Here is my cheat sheet on these things, so feel free to screenshot if you need it. If you are not a fan of a million status effects popping up here and there, you can turn them off in settings. It's called Show Active UI in Combat Phase, and as you can see, it greatly improves visibility, and now you don't see how enemy gets 20 burn stacks in 20 different lines of text. There is also detailed info UI in combat, but all it does is hide coin effects from skills, nothing else. Like, this is really the only thing it removes. Passives and ego gift effects remains here. In my opinion, it should hide everything in that section instead, because coin effects don't really fill up that much space compared to passives or ego gifts, I suppose. You already know that when an identity uses its skill 3, for a brief moment its ID artwork shows up. But did you know that this art depends on what art you selected in your team loadout? Well, now you know. If your Sinner and an enemy rolled the same speed and you're unsure who goes first, you can check it by clicking this arrow sync till the moment when they start appearing one after another, and it will show you the full turn order. In my case, Faust will go first, and then Teddy will kill everyone else because this is test run. If you're in chain battle and you pick at least one backup, skill slots won't go away. Let's look at these examples. I pick 6 Sinners without a backup, and when I lose a Sinner, it also results in losing one skill slot permanently. It doesn't fill it with other Sinner slot. But when I take at least one backup Sinner, skill slots won't disappear anymore. And I don't know, you can kill all of your PL members and make use of that one Mersault passive. Yeah. Enemies that die from bleed or burn don't count towards the daily mission. Why? I have no idea. This game is already 2 years old and this bug still exists. I suppose the game doesn't count the enemy as dead unless a direct hit from a Sinner kills them, like Rapture doesn't do it because Rapture procs only when you hit an enemy. The same goes with Sinking. I think it's kinda cringe and I think it should be fixed. And finally, the most useless facts of all, in this exact background, if you press 1, 2 and 3, that garage will change states. 1 disables the door entirely, 2 changes the threat symbols, and 3 opens and closes the door. I don't even remember when I discovered this, but now you know it too. Completely useless Easter egg, but I wonder if there are other backgrounds with similar effects. Well, and that was all the facts I wanted to show you. I hope that you didn't know at least about one of them, because then my video was at least a bit useful and not complete waste of time. That's it for today, thanks for watching and goodbye.